Dr. Oz, who is running for a Senate seat in Pennsylvania, has been pushing the notion that he would do something about undocumented immigrants in the country. He's gonna have a tough on undocumented immigrants policy once he is elected into the Senate. But it turns out that not too long ago, he actually had to pay the largest fine in American history for employing undocumented workers. Now, I'll give you the details in that in just a second, but before I do, here's one of his latest tweets on immigration where he says, as your United States Senator, I will fight to end illegal immigration and soft on crime policies that release dangerous, undocumented criminals into sanctuary cities. Now, those alleged dangerous, undocumented criminals are people that he liked to hire and employ at a family business. And when he was caught doing so, he was slapped with a massive fine. So let's actually go to the next tweet. Dr. Oz just tweeted that he will fight to end illegal immigration. His family business was fined, I can't even believe this figure, $95 million by US Immigration and Customs Enforcement for illegally hiring thousands of immigrants using fake names. It's the largest fine in ICE history. And I'll give you the details on what the family business was and how he got caught in just a moment. But Cenk, Dr. Oz, little mini Trump.
Yeah.
What do you and the rest of the Turkish community have to say about this?
Okay, Shada. So first of all, Dr. Oz, sellout. So he's an immigrant. Now he's throwing other immigrants under the bus. He says, no, it's different because they're undocumented. That makes them illegal immigrants. Well, that's interesting because your family just paid a $95 million fine because you did something illegal. So what happened to, I care so much about the law. $95 million. Do you know, you ever understand the scale that must have been? So that's apparently one of the largest privately held companies in the country. I didn't know that, owned by, I think, his father-in-law. So there's no end to how much money Dr. Oz has.
It was started by his father-in-law.
Okay,
yeah.
And so he has shares, his wife has shares. They say, no, our whole family has shares. And that makes it better how? Right?
We all broke the law.
Yeah, so don't tell me about people breaking the law and don't tell me about immigrants and then put the two together, because you actually broke that law more specifically by hiring undocumented immigrants and had to pay a monster fine for it. Not himself personally, but that company did, and he's part owner of that company, and it's a family business. And so, but guys, back to the immigration point. So I'm a legal, documented immigrant to this country. Why? Because I got lucky. My uncle was here because he was a doctor, so the country took him in because they needed more doctors, and he was able to sponsor us and bring us in. The undocumented immigrants didn't get lucky. They didn't happen to already have a family member here. So now but it's the same motivation. It's the same drive to make your family better, to go to a place that you think is filled with hope and opportunity. But now Dr. Oz is gonna turn around as an immigrant himself and say, these people are bad and evil, etc. Nah, it's a terrible thing to do if you're an immigrant.
Well, something I also want to add to this conversation is the fact that one of the reasons why we never get immigration reform, comprehensive immigration reform from Congress, is because business interests in the United States love employing undocumented immigrants. They love that they have undocumented status so they can exploit them. They can pay them whatever they want. What are they gonna do? What recourse do they have? They're gonna go to the authorities and say, hey, my wages are being stolen or I'm being abused at work? No, it's a perfect scenario for some of these companies who want to have workers who have even less power than ordinary citizens who have citizenship in this country. Now, let's give you the details on this family business. It's a privately held business, and it's a tree pruning company with a very awkward name, Asplund Tree Experts Co., a business for which Oz is listed as a shareholder on regulatory documents, settled with US Immigration and Customs Enforcement in 2017 after a 6-year investigation and audit revealed a systemic effort to hire unauthorized workers. The ICE press release at the time said this: the Tree Experts Company, one of the largest privately held companies in the United States, pleaded guilty on September 28th, 2017 to unlawfully employing aliens in connection with a scheme in which the highest levels of Asplut management remained willfully blind, while lower level managers hired and rehired employees they knew to be ineligible to work in the United States. And by the way, the press release used the word aliens. Please don't clip that out of context and use it against me like 5 years from now, which someone will probably do anyway.
No question. So first, just double down on what Anna said. This, if you care about undocumented immigrants coming in, the core of the problem is the companies that are willing to hire them, to make money off of them. And by the way, to deny you higher paying jobs. And so Dr. Oz is the cancer in that scenario that he's pretending he cares about, and it's like, oh my God, I am so outraged. Did my family make so much money that we paid a $95 million fine and it didn't even bother us by using undocumented immigrants? Oh, but I will now be so against undocumented immigrants because I hear Republican voters are hateful, and I'm trying to be as hateful as possible. And so to that point, and by the way, Dr. Oz, don't come and cry me a river, okay, about, oh, it's so unfair to me. You chose to be a sellout.
Totally.
Donald Trump said that he wanted a total and complete shutdown of any Muslim entering the country. Dr. Oz is a Muslim immigrant. Oh, but now you're already here, so you want to burn the bridge after you cross it, right? Oh, I know, but I would like more tax cuts. You're already a gazillionaire.
Like, how much do you need?
Swimming in cash. How much money, power, and fame do you need, God damn it? But no. Other Muslims, you want to kick them, right? You want to kick them in the mouth and then say all this terrible thing about immigrants when you're a goddamn immigrant. Look into it, Dr. Oz. Look in the goddamn mirror. Your name is Mehmet Oz. You are Turkish. You are Muslim. You came to this country as an immigrant. You think you're one of them?
Say his name again, that was amazing.
Mehmet Oz, that's who he is.
We know the truth, okay?
So don't come here and go, oh, but Trump gave me a little pat on the head and he said I was in the club. Oh, are you Dr. Oz? Are you in the goddamn club? That's why you want to kick the rest of us? No deal. I hope Fetterman obliterates him. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.